I want to talk about China. Both Australia and the US have prompted the Chinese Foreign Minister to pick a side in the current war between Russia and Ukraine. Now, the meetings took place behind the scenes of the G20 Foreign Leaders Summit in Bali. For Australia, it was the first meeting of its kind since 2019. We've got to be thankful for small mercies. Richo, is it a reset or is China obliged to take these meetings anyway? They're in the same room, aren't they?
Yeah, I think they had to accept it. But that having been said, it's a good sign. At least we're talking. And when you think about the size of the contribution China makes to Australia's economy by way of receiving our exports, wow, you know, we need to talk to them. This is not just some little problem that you can forget about. If China forever wants to really hurt us, they can do our economy and our farmers in particular massive damage. So we have to be smart about this. We have to hold on to our principles, but we have to make sure we're being very, very careful about it.
Yeah, there's some nuance in all of this, as Penny Wong pointed out. Holly, just on Penny Wong, from what I've heard from her thus far, I'm impressed. But of course, China won't be turning on Russia anytime soon, will they?
No, and that's becoming increasingly apparent that those asking China to pick a side are probably just asking them to articulate what the rest of the world can see pretty clearly is that they have sided with Russia, not only of its invasion of Ukraine, but we know just the other week Japan actually had an issue with regards to a Chinese and Russian ship entering their waters. So there are complexities around this issue. We do know that China and Russia, though, seem to have formed a little bit of an alliance. They're certainly picking up each other's exports while the world has turned away from some Russian exports. So there are very, very dangerous signs there with their relationship. And we know that at NATO there was quite a lot of discussion about how the world would cope, particularly if you look at a war in Europe with Ukraine, and then if there was to be any action from China, particularly around Taiwan.
Yeah, it's a shocking outcome, the way this war has continued for some 137 days now. Prime Minister Anthony Albanese is jet-setting again tomorrow, Richo. This time, though, I think it's the most important reason to jet-set. He's attending the Pacific Forum in Fiji, and one of the first things he has to do, surely, is to grab hold of the Solomon Islands Prime Minister and be very frank and very honest.
Very frank and very tough. I mean, we just can't put up with what the Solomons are doing. You know, if you look at the aid that they've received from Australia over the years,
yes,
this is actually a rotten decision. It is a betrayal of the relationship that has been so good for so long. And I hope Anthony gets stuck right into him.